Okay.
Oh, you know, want to do like versus, like EXO versus BTS? Who you think will win?
EXO.
Like, you think so?
Absolutely.
Based on.
Here's why.
No,
I
I'm
like
only asking
EXO better than
because
BTS.
you do.
I haven't listened to anything BTS has made besides Dynamite in the past 2 to 3 years. Like once they hit the American audiences and they were sitting there, and I don't remember what award show it was, but their first time on the stage, and they were like, "Oh my god, all these choreography," and the people were screaming BTS, and you can see like regular people who don't know anything about K-pop are like,
who are they?
You could see them in the footage, like, I mean, they're good, and I'm like, I mean, they're technically kind of mainstream. They got a Grammy nod. I mean, congrats to them. I mean, good. But I just feel like EXO's, what's the word I'm looking for? Discography is just better.
Yeah.
EXO has a lot of nice songs. And they have a lot of like R&B-esque songs too that I really like. Mm-hmm. I feel the same about BTS. Once they like started coming to America more, I was like, I started to die a little bit. I don't know why.
I feel like that they have watered down.
Yes.
Since they've been stateside more. Mm-hmm. And so the stuff that they're doing now, I'm not like, my sister was watching the Disney sing-along, whatever.
They have a Disney sing-along?
No, it's Ryan Seacrest is the host, and they have on different artists and actors and dancers and stuff like that. And they were on there singing. And I'm like, no. They were singing like a Christmas song in English. And it was just really not them.
I think what makes them is that their choreography was always hardcore.
Yeah.
But I guess in order to come over to America, I mean, we like singers and stuff, so they want to concentrate on them, singing more instead of doing their choreography. I miss the whole shebang.
But I have a question. But does anyone see a difference in how they're introducing Blackpink to the American, scene versus how they're doing that with BTS? Because I don't feel like they're watering them down as much.
I don't think they need to, because the choreography because at first I think the watering down for Blackpink is their shoes. They're no longer tiptoeing and dancing on stage in those freaking heels. When they did Coachella, they were in flats. Mm-hmm. I was like, what? I thought y'all was in. Do you remember what's the group with the oh gosh. God, I can't remember. It was like the Touch Me and Sister. Yes. When she fell on those and she busted her ass in those heels.
It was
on stage.
Yeah. It was scary.
Yes.
She tried to get up, but then she was like,
her heels were like 3 or 4 inches high, and they were big. They could barely walk in them. And usually, like in Blackpink performances, you see them at the beginning, they were in their heels, and then all of a sudden you see them, the heels is flats. And when they went to Coachella, it was all flats. They were like tennis shoes, little sneakers, all flats. They didn't have them up there teeter-tottering. And I haven't really seen them perform in heels since. So I'm like, to me, that might be their watering down.
But I mean, do you think that they've watered down anything else with them, though?
I actually think that their lyrics are a little more raunchier since they've come over to America.
Right. Yes. So I feel like they didn't feel like they needed to pull back.
They needed
to upgrade the sexy.
Yeah.
But I feel like they did the opposite with BTS.
I think they did too.
I think a lot of it was translation. Only Rap Monster could communicate.
That is true. Only Rap Monster could.
Yeah, and then also, I don't understand what made BTS was what, like you're saying, was their choreography. Like they were just there was more hip hop based. Now I feel like they're getting more commercialized, and their last few releases I haven't really gotten into them. I have to really listen to them
more like pop.
Mm-hmm. It is like pop instead of like Bulletproof. Where is Bulletproof at?
Bring it back.
Like the song was hardcore, the choreography was hardcore, and I'm just like,
their last song that I was like, okay, like our last album or era or whatever was probably when they did like Fake Love. I was like, okay, this is still like.
I didn't even like Fake Love. I think
good.
Was that the same one with Blood, Sweat and Tears?
That was after Blood, Sweat and Tears.
Okay, that's the one that the last song that I liked besides Dynamite was Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Really?
Yes. And I'll see them and I'll watch it and I'm like, cool. But that's why I transitioned towards Stray Kids, because I feel like Bang Chan, Changbin, and Han, they're in charge of their own shit.
Yeah.
They write their songs, they do the production for it. So I feel like if it's not them, they ain't gonna do it, and you can't make them because that's part of their contract. They make their own shit. So that's why I'm sliding towards Stray Kids more, because it's just like more rap and R&B based, and they stick with it. They're not trying to go poppy, and I appreciate that.
How about Stray Kids versus GOT7?
That's too different. Like
they're different.
Thanks.
GOT7, they're grown men, all right? I'm gonna get
GOT7 versus Monster X, maybe.
Oh, wow.
I can't comment on that because I don't listen to Monster X.
Okay.
I only knew about Monster X. I skipped Monster X until I saw One Ho, and I was like, "You trying to tell me this man was in Monster X and ain't nobody?" Let me go back to the videos. I'm like, "Where is he at?"
Even the scandal on that wasn't, to me, is not a scandal. If you're gonna go back in someone's history to try to dig up dirt, why?
That's too much effort for. And even then, he came out of this with the solo career and the muscles because he had nothing else to do but work out. And thank you for making him do that. Bless it. I don't know what I was doing because I didn't know Monster X, but I saw people were like, "Oh my gosh, One on this video," and I was like, "Well, let me watch this video," and I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Is he really that big?" And then I saw his little workout thing, and I was like, "Oh no, he's really that big." Oh, and he actually likes work. Okay,
like his health. He's like, no, I make sure I take my supplements. I take this. I do this. He's like, he's on it. I'm
trying to be like him, but like the girl version. But I'd be like, listen, I need this. Is that a part of the regimen? I think it's vitamin G is in here for goodness, because I need this.
For goodness.
I can't. So I'm like, I can't talk about Monster X. So that's y'all. You just want to do Monster X GOT7.
If we're just talking about maybe just the music, I might actually go with Monster X. Because I didn't like their singles for a long time. They were really like EDM, super hard hitting. But once I got into their albums, they do a lot more like R&B. And I'm like, why can't this be like a lead single for them?
It kills me. Like, don't release a title track and it's like, oh, then you go and you listen to the actual album. It's like, wait a minute, they have like 2 or 3 better songs. Why did they release that? It's like a few. It's so frustrating.
Yeah. So if I just go on based on music, I might go with them, because GOT7, I liked them, but they had a while where I wasn't listening. Like Hard Carry, I didn't really like care for like that.
I skipped
Never
that.
ever. Like that era, I was like,
I like Just Right, and I was like, oh my god, that's cute. And I was like, let me go back and see what they got.
Yeah, I was like, but I like them as a group. I like their personalities, and I like all of them together. I'm like, oh yeah.
I like them together drunk. That's fun because I like them being old enough to drink.
Seeing that,
it's great.
It's hilarious.
Already crazy, like.
And I don't mean like a little bit tipsy. I mean drunk.
I've not seen that.
Okay.
They're extra. They're so extra.
That's on the YouTubes. That's on their YouTube. And that's what I appreciate about the K-pop groups now, is that they now have their YouTube channels and they're active on them. Like Big Bang, they will put out a little bit of behind the scenes, and they would do like their video releases and concert releases and stuff like that. But you wouldn't see them like out and about. Now they're starting to do that more, and I appreciate that because I get to see them when they're not on.
That's 2020 with everything going on with COVID, or was that prior to?
That was prior to for some of them.
I feel they're taking more advantage of social media. Like imagine Big Bang 21 right now in the age of social media.
Oh my god!
During the height of their fame, like for real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because even like right now, I follow G Dragon and Top on Instagram, and they rarely post. Yeah, rarely. And I refuse to follow NCT, even though I love them dearly, because I can't be seeing all that shit on my screens. That's all I want to see. I follow Stray Kids, and I got to deal with that. I'm like, do I want to delete them? But how do I know if a new single is coming out if they don't like? And all I see is just like men just looking at me like every matter of fact. I guarantee you there's at least 2 posts. I guarantee you. Let me refresh. 1 with 6 pictures. All they do is post. All they do is win, 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 no matter what. I'm just like, listen, can you DJ Khaled off my screen, please? Thank you. Yeah, that's all they do, and they post in batches. So there's different people posting.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, I appreciate that they're more active now, and you can see that GOT7 video on their YouTube channel.
I'll be checking that out.